So, on to the next bit of news. This one is, I don't know how to take this one, man. So, Mando and Grogu. There's rumors that Disney lacks faith in the movie because it's based off of a streaming series. You know what I mean? Like, none of the characters in it have been in any kind of theatrical release at all yet.
Yeah.
I mean, my question for that bullet point type thing would be, what's the difference between I'm trying to think of somebody else that's had a show. Like, okay, let's say it like this. Like, I know he's not going to be in his own show, but people right now are pumped that the Punisher is going to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Now, I guess that's not a one-to-one comparison because of the fact that it's not a Punisher standalone movie, but I think if you have Star Wars fans that have been invested in Mandalorian, been invested in Boba Fett, been invested in Ahsoka, like all these shows, I mean, yeah, there's always a chance that a movie can fail, but I don't think that's as much as it being based on a streaming service. I would say that's more based off of the fact that I don't know if people are going to the movies like they did 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. I know the hardcore nerds will, I'm going to.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. For
I'm
sure.
gonna go to the biggest screen that I can around here.
Right. I think the other thing that this begs the question of is, if Disney doesn't have faith in the movie, will fans have faith in it since they hate Disney? Will that... I guess what I want to know is this being leaked that Disney lacks faith in it, so fans are like, oh, if Disney's not confident, that means it's going to be good, and we're going to like it, we need to go see it. Like, is it like that whole reverse psychology thing? Like, oh, we don't think you're going to like this movie, and so people are like, you know what? I'm going to go see it. And I'll probably like it. Yeah, right? Like, I just don't know what to take with Disney anymore.
Yeah. Listen, from the trailer alone, I love this movie. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. And I think that that's a valid point. Is if the quote unquote fans, that hate everything Disney but love Star Wars,
yeah,
are they gonna enjoy this if Disney lacks faith? So yeah.
Here's the thing that blows my mind, though, and I'm gonna use, like, I'm a big fan of a lot of different categories. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Marvel was like my go-to comic growing up, my go-to animated stuff. I watched the X-Men show when it first came out when I was younger, stuff like that. I don't understand how Disney buys both Star Wars and Marvel.
Yeah,
when Disney buys Marvel, I'm not saying all stuff, because I think there is some later stuff that kind of started getting off the rails a little bit, but like Phase 1 and Phase 2 Marvel, like 90% of that stuff is freaking awesome. It's just awesome, right? But they used content out there for Marvel that fans already either knew about or kind of knew about or were okay with, right?
Yeah.
Why are they having such a hard time with Star Wars?
Yes,
it's not like there isn't stories out there, right? Like these stories exist, whether they're canon or non-canon stories, whether they're comics, whether they're novels, whatever it is. Like, they have stuff that they can pull from. Yeah. But how do they take Marvel and make a lot of good content, but then they take Star Wars and make content that people are really, I guess, divided on? Like, so my question is how much of it's Disney's fault versus how much of it is us as fans' fault, expecting it to be bigger and better than it is supposed to be? I don't, maybe that's not even the right way of saying it. You know what I mean, though, right? Like, people just expecting too much.
I feel, I feel so bad for Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, anybody like that. Anybody.
Yeah.
Because the fans, first of all, they complain if it's too familiar. They complain if it's not familiar enough.
Too new, and there's not enough callback stuff or whatever. Yeah.
They complain if there's nobody in it, nobody like recognizable in it. They complain if there's too many recognizable people. You know, they complain about the galaxy too small and everything like that, but then they complain if there's nobody that we know in Star Wars. So like,
right.
Who can they possibly please if they constantly get two very different criticisms, you know? It's just wild, man. I've loved it all. I love the callbacks. I love the new stuff. I love things that, you know, with episode 7, they played it safe for the first Star Wars back in 15 years or 10 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine because you know what? A New Hope was boring.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with them playing it safe. They're reintroducing this franchise that so many people say they love. I have loved it all. The only thing I haven't seen is Resistance, and I don't know if it's the art style or the fact that I think the one episode that I did watch was like, people say that the Clone Wars is for kids. This show's for kids. Like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I feel like I should just watch it all the way through just to say I did it. But
I think the problem is that I agree with you. First off, like, I think, like, when you look at the complaints that we're already hearing about people from the Starfighter movie, right? Like, it's like, oh, if there's no Jedi and lightsabers, then it's just not going to be good. And it's like in order for it to be Star Wars, it has to have lightsabers. Like Rogue One didn't really have lightsabers, right?
Alex complains about Andor not having lightsabers.
I mean, but that's Andor. That's a series. And you even said like there's parts of it that are slow. It takes a little bit to take off and stuff like that. But I don't think it's supposed to be like not everything in Star Wars has to be like action packed from start to finish, and just wowing you with like big ships and big things and explosions and all this stuff. Like some of the stuff when you look at war and stuff like that. Like when you have spies, when you have missions that are covert missions, like there's all different parts of a war, right? Like throughout history. And to say that everything's just got to be like this big main battle. Now, I know you said you wanted to see like a Band of Brothers type Star Wars show. But like there's still, even in something like that, it's not like every episode's going to start and there's going to be a line and then it's nothing but gunfire until the last line.
Exactly. The first 2 episodes of Band of Brothers is basically them, first of all, training, and then episode 2 starts with either I can't remember the exact timeline. If it's the beginning of episode 2 is when they parachute into Normandy and they're behind enemy lines, and once in a while you see a battle, but like for the most part it's complete darkness. Like,
right.
And then you still have the getting to know everybody thing. So like, in my opinion, Band of Brothers isn't it, I mean, obviously Band of Brothers isn't just all action pack all the time, and I think that would be great. It's got enough action to keep me entertained, but then it's got enough plot to actually, you know, move things along, you know,
right,
keep me invested.
Yeah, I don't know. So going back to the Mando show, like I think one, it's not like you're bringing out a movie with no name actors. Like Pedro Pascal at this point in time he's a big name actor. Like, I'm not saying he's the number one actor, but he's a pretty big name actor.
Yeah.
You've got characters in the show that we already know are going to be in the show that are popular characters. You got Zeb, right? Like, so bringing that call back to, you know, the animated stuff that people liked, Rebels, whatever. It was Rebels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, it's just, like, part of me wonders if Disney is making these comments to try and draw people up to be like, oh, if Disney's not confident, maybe it'll be something good then, because of the stuff that they're confident in, we don't really like. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, I know we'll be there to see it, and
I have high
I guess
hopes.
we'll go from there. Yeah, me too.
I have high hopes, and I try to say don't go in with high expectations, but I have high hopes, and I think it's going to be amazing. So,
I have high hopes in the aspect that I'm excited to go see another Star Wars movie in the theater. Other than that, I'm gonna try to lay everything out and just let the movie be what it is, and not go into it expecting it to be amazing. I'm expecting me to be hyped to see Star Wars on the big screen, but I don't. I want it to be what it is, right? Like, and not have this expectation like it's gonna be the best Star Wars that I've ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't.
Nothing will top.
I'm not expecting it to be bad, but yeah. I mean, that's good for sure, 100%.
Yeah. We really went off on a big tangent there.
We did. I think it's because that's why we started this podcast, right? Like, let's be honest. We started this because we wanted to be able to talk about Star Wars stuff, even the stuff that's questionable, like the Acolyte, right? We wanted to talk about stuff like that and try to be honest about it and talk about, like, while overall we're not going to say that the Acolyte is one of the best shows that we've seen in a long time, but at the same time, it definitely introduced stuff that we were interested in. It introduced Chimere, who we were interested in. I'm okay with seeing like a Plagueis like origin thing, like maybe him getting his first pupil or whatever. Like I'm cool with that. Like seeing some of that stuff and the possibility of that. Yes, I was excited for it. To sit there and say like every bit of the Acolyte, I was like, oh my gosh, this show is awesome. Okay, maybe it wasn't awesome, but it was better than no Star Wars.
I feel like people are going to have a problem with you saying that. Because a lot of people say I don't like. Cuz you know what? I still think that the Acolyte was good. Like, was it
That's
the best?
I'm not saying it's bad. But it's okay. I don't think it's bad. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I have a quick question that just popped into my head when we talked about Plagueis. I don't know how I feel like Plagueis' species, the Moon or the Mune, it's like Muun.
The Moon. Okay.
I don't know what their lifetime or life expectancy is, but like say Yoda turns to the dark side and he gets an apprentice. Do you think Yoda has to get a long-living apprentice, or do you think he just has a lunch?
No,
or do you think someone snuffs him out pretty quick?
Yeah, when that one dies, you just find a new young one.
So you
just wait, because remember what we found out is that the apprentice makes the master stronger, right? Like, so because of the ability of the apprentice and the strength of the apprentice, so you would almost think that, like, let's go with Grandpapa Pelpy. While he's a master and he has Maul as an apprentice, that doesn't mean that he's not looking for the next better apprentice that can overtake Maul and be his new apprentice. Like, his goal is not to have Maul be his apprentice forever. His goal is to have Maul be his apprentice till he finds one better, till Maul gets killed off doing the task that he sends him off to do.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say Plagueis, or if Yoda would have been a Sith Lord, like, he would have been like, yo, you're my pupil, and, you know, when you die, I'll just find another one. It's whatever.
Yeah.
That dude probably had like 800 friggin' pupils by this point.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Anyway.
So, yeah, anyway.
Off
Any
the
oozles.